Good evening, y'all. Yeah, I'm kind of cozy tonight. It's cold out and stuff, so I'm kind of in my Jimmy Jams. Deal with it. I know I got a few work days ahead of me, and I don't know if I'm gonna have a day off for the foreseeable future with the holidays and everything. So, I'm just, doing this as I can. But I do want to, of course, as always, do my daily Unus Annus tribute video. So today's Unus Annus video was Ethan explores Mark's haunted basement, which this one I had just one line written, perfectly encapsulates the whole vibe, was holy shit, this was legit what the fuck spooky. WTF spooky. So it just, yeah, like I really liked this one, and it was really kind of spooky because, like, I don't know if it was like a normal error for the walkie-talkies to make that screeching demonic noise. And I think in the comments too, somebody was like, oh my god, there's like what looks like a decapitated head in the background, and like it was just like really interesting. It was really neat. So Ethan kind of just, yeah, like meandered around the basement, and I think Mark talked about how his basement's open, but there's some sort of security feature, like he could know if somebody was like just lurking under his basement. But yeah, that was like interesting. That was fun. It was good, and it was interesting to watch. Um, I don't have a lot to say today. I don't have a lot to do with this. Um, Today I got off of work, and like it was a good and productive day, but for whatever reason I'm driving home and I'm feeling like a failure. That's not a good feeling to sit with. It's something I think that a lot of people deal with, especially creative types, but just feeling like I'm not who I want to be and not doing what I want to do, and like really at war with that. And I know I'm not the only person that struggles with that. Like, there's no way. Um, and I want to talk about failure a little bit. I know it's completely unrelated to Unus Annus. I wish I had something more fun and goofy, but I'm just going to talk about this for a minute because I think the idea of failure is very interesting. Like, it's a little paradoxical. Sometimes you have to fail to learn. I'm the kind of person, like, if I do something incorrectly one time, I'm not going to do it incorrectly again because of all the guilt and like heavy feelings I have to deal with, of doing it wrong the one time teaches me so much to not screw up again. And also I think, like, though I think that some people use failure as a learning experience, as they should. I mean, I think that's a beautiful thing to use your failures as a leverage to learn something new or to challenge yourself. It's really difficult. It's just like the idea with any sort of rejection, whether it's from a job or a romantic partner or whatever, like failure. So I don't know what I did wrong, but the recording just like stopped 3 minutes in. So here I am back at it again, and I'm going to try to finish this video proper. So I think I was talking about like rejection is so difficult, and failure is a really difficult thing for humans to have to grapple with. And I remember I had an acting colleague that was like, I admired him so much for his attitude on failure. He said, I wish I could fail more. I wish I could fail greater, because then I would learn more and I would develop more, and I would become a better actor for it. And I think that's admirable. I'm the kind of person where, like, I want to avoid failure at all costs. I just want to do it correctly the first time. And I think that's like a really difficult thing that we struggle with. I don't know if that's like something that has been, kind of, what do you call it? Like, something that's been trained in us, something that, for whatever reason, society expects these sorts of things from us, so we do these things. But anyways, I think the idea of failure is a really interesting thing to grapple with, and I think it's a difficult thing to grapple with, but it's definitely a learning experience. It's definitely something that we can learn from, and I mean, I didn't really have much else to say. There's not much to pontificate upon. I remember there was something at my previous employer about, they would always, every month, they would have like the failure chronicles. They called it something like less cheesy, but it's basically these stories about failure and these people that did something that got bad reviews or didn't succeed and how they learned from that. And I think that's good. And we need to have more of that. And I am also like a big proponent of, in our society, like encouraging like people trying new things at any time, at any age, at any skill level. I think we need more of that. So I know this is like kind of unrelated, but I follow this Mosh with Tyler on Twitter, and I think I'm like on a Discord server, the Mosh Pit, and he always has these wonderful positive affirmations. So like if you can, get yourselves a follow on Mosh with Tyler, because he's an absolute gem. He's aggressively metal wholesome, and I love it. But he wrote something in the positive affirmations today that I liked reading, and I'm gonna read it to you. Because some of us like to read things and some of us like to hear things, and so I'm going to try to read it. My handwriting's trash, so let's hope I don't mess that up too bad. But dear friends, it's important to remember this. You are never useless or worthless. You are never alone in this world. In each and every one of us, there is an entire universe of experiences, memories, all of the matter that makes you. I know that we are all struggling to find our place in the world, whether it's due to mental illness, physical illness, isolation, poverty, fear, differences as people, or even just being born in a world that works so hard to beat us down. Remember that you always have a place in this world, even if you haven't found it yet. Every single person has a place where they belong. Someone in this world is looking for someone just like you to have in their life. So take it easy on yourself. Treat yourself with love, and remember that you are only human. Most importantly, remember that your work as human isn't defined by others. Only you get to decide that. You are loved. So anyways, he just always has these wonderful positive affirmations, and I really liked reading that too, because yeah, like I definitely am the kind of person where like I sometimes feel like, you know, like I know it's like the intrusive thought, and it's the senseless thought of like being alone or being useless or worthless in a certain way, and like I think that's important to remember that there's a whole universe inside of us. So anyways, I kind of, yeah, double recorded this because I was talking to a non-recording camera for 4 minutes, and so I'm redoing it. But anyways, I just think it's important to take that with us and remember, like, failure is not, I feel like we need, like, our society teaches us that failure is like a binary, that you are a failure or that you are a success, and we need to be, I wish our society would not treat failure with so many negative emotions, that we could celebrate our failures a little more in a healthy way and not feel so awful about them. But anyways, I'm going to continue watching AP Bio and probably catch an early night's sleep because I have work in the morning. Guess what? So I'm a bit of a workaholic, and I know that this is just the start of me going back to my bad old habits of just work till I can't feel myself anymore. So I'm hoping throughout this video project that I can still stay in touch with these ideas of hopefulness and confronting my fears and all this sort of thing. I think that's important. But I don't have a lot much more to say. I know that was like kind of a little spirally, but I really liked the Unisonus video last year. I don't have a really cool basement to explore. That's just facts. And I'm happy though. I'm so fully grateful that Mark and Eve made a beautiful video about that. But I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, complete other side tangent. Oh, is it recording? Okay, yeah, it is. All right, we're good. Complete other side tangent. So I can't find my crocheting needles or anything. But I discovered you can take a bobby pin, these bad boys, And I have these gloves that are kind of falling apart a little bit at the thumbs that my mom made me. They're very sweet. But you can take a bobby pin and you can actually use it kind of like as a needle for chunky knits, to patch up these things. And I'm just like basically like threading this through. I know this is like the worst video you've ever seen of crafting of anything ever, right? But I'm threading this through and then I'm finding like the loops that this is kind of falling apart at. And then just like kind of going in as like the most jank ass needle you've ever seen in your life and just pulling it through. So that really helped me the other day. I was like having a whole emotional crisis about it. And this worked. So I hope that helps you too.